Hello everyone, Mike with Spray Jones, and I just wanted to take a few minutes to show you some advantages on why the spray foam is the choice to make over using a rigid insulation in your basement. A lot of people have decided that if they're not going to be going with fiberglass insulation for the obvious moisture problems, vapor barrier issues, to switch to a cellular foam insulation that is going to be impervious to water for up against concrete. So the question now begs, do I go with some Styrofoam SM that I would get at my local Lowe's or Home Depot or building center and install it myself, or should I go with a spray foam? And I'll give you a couple of simple reasons here. If you are going to go with Styrofoam SM, you're going to have a lot of seams. You're going to have to cut it. You're going to have to form it. You're going to have to fit it up against the substrate. So all of the seams in the concrete, all of the irregularities of the concrete, you're going to have to form around that, and anywhere that it pushes the rigid off of the wall is going to be an area that air gets behind and water can collect. And you can't do odd shapes easily. So if you have a lot of radiuses, curves, intersecting forms in the concrete, it's going to be more difficult. Secondly, you're going to have fasteners, a lot of fasteners, in order to hold everything up, and that's going to be a pain. So you're either going to be gluing, or you're going to be using Tapcons or some sort of nailing system to hold them in place. Third, you're going to have to tape all of the seams. So take every single square inch 2 by 8 or 2 by 4 foot sheets that you're going to be buying, and you're going to have to tape every single seam. So you got to add that up. And the new seams, the new tapes that they have for seams these days are extra sticky, so they cost more. If you have decided that you think you're going to go with rigid insulation, then spray foam is a no-brainer, because we are spray and place liquid rigid, and we're going to be glued on through the entire mass. There's going to be no seams, no air getting behind, no moisture getting behind your insulation, and your concrete is going to be dry. And here's one piece of anecdotal evidence. 2 years ago, I had a gentleman that had glued Styrofoam all over his basement, and he had encountered all of the problems that I've just listed here, and he had water and he had frost behind the board, and it would run out at the bottom. So he got frustrated, he ripped everything down, he had used can foam where he could to try and seal it. It still wasn't 100%. Hired us to come in, replace everything with spray foam, and he said to me, boy, if I had just thought about this the first time, I could have saved all that money that I put towards rigid. And I said, that's right, you threw the money away, and we're in and out of there in the basement in less than a day. So he was there for a couple of days messing around with something that never ended up working. So if you're considering using rigid insulation, get yourself talking to a spray foam installer and get some pricing, because it's going to be incredibly competitive. It's going to be incredibly fast, dry, adhered, and well lasting for longevity. So I hope this helps. Click like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.